Greetings, one and all. Time for what is the last episode of SCNS Live
ever.
There's no more SCNS Live.
We're done after this.
Why?
Yep. They called and said, "Sorry, we're canceling you."
Who's they?
Them. Those
them?
People? Yes.
The crab people.
Grab people.
Anyway, guys, yes, it's our season finale. Before we take our break during the holidays, we get fat, eat turkey, and do nothing.
On,
that's what
I'm already there.
Yeah.
Word. Already there.
I don't think any of us are like svelte anyway.
No.
Well, Matt maybe.
I mean, well, except Matt. Yeah, fuck him.
Wait, anyway, Matt exists?
Yeah, he does. He's surprisingly here.
I don't see him though.
I know. I try to out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, guys, it is, like I said, our last show, and we'll be going over some of our best things that we enjoyed this year, whether it be movies, maybe new toys that we found that we saw at San Diego Comic. I'll get into that later on. And also, we're going to be talking the movies Coco and Justice League. What did we think? How did the guys react to? Don't start crying yet. God, we are beginning with Coco. So you're not bawling like an idiot. And we'll finish with Justice League. Damn.
Wait, I think I see another tear forming. Just like, right?
Anyway, because I can't introduce myself, I'll start with the panel over here. This is Miss Cora right here. She's super kawaii. She did that. She did that thing there. The man on his phone that's probably watching people that he does not like on Instagram, yet he follows them for some odd reason, Mr. Rob Entropy.
Hey, how y'all doing? What up? What's going on? That one. Hi, y'all.
And our resident news guy, Son Links, right over here, BC.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BC. Hit me up on all social media at Real Jackass BC.
No. Blah.
I still
Blah.
Don't hate.
Blah.
Anyway.
I got followers. How y'all doing?
And of course, behind the board,
stalkers.
Twisted Knobs, doing all that stuff. We got Coach Matt.
Yes.
Or Quad C.
Quad C. I'm all kinds of different things.
What happened to coaching? You were going to be a coach. I was all excited about calling you Coach Matt.
I still am actually certified to coach.
I gave you the title of Coach Matt, and that is a very respectable title.
You know,
it is. It is.
I can't help but notice something's missing. Something's missing.
Oh.
You know, that's just not around. It was usually here, kind of loud and obnoxious. Not BC.
I'm about to say, I'm right
but
here.
it was around in that area over there. I mean, there's some action figures where it would usually be. Just something that seems to be out of place. Something is amiss. It's not there anymore. We'll figure it out
eventually. Is it an
eventually.
accessory of some kind?
Some type of, like a dongle or something you would wear or whatever. Anyway, we'll have to. By the way, did everybody enjoy the Cinelinx UGF stream? Was that not good? Gladiators clashing. It was a really good fight.
Somebody introduce Jason.
Hi,
you guys are on the
Jason
panel,
anyway.
so y'all do it.
I don't have an ex, dude.
Yes! Wait, it's the fucking end of the season.
I'm sorry, what do you mean, Jason, the external hard drive? I don't know what you're talking about.
that doesn't even make sense.
But it does, doesn't it?
Anyway, yes, unfortunately, it would seem that an accessory, something. Are your britches falling down over there? Just out of curiosity. No? Okay. Anyway, seems to be missing from here. I don't know why. I think because maybe somebody was.
I just want to say.
Oh,
that
please.
I think it's complete bullshit that I lost the belt and I don't get a rematch. I think there should be a rematch clause in my contract.
There's never been one before, though.
I was the first champion! Who would there be a rematch with? I didn't take it from anybody. I took it.
You know what? You should put it in. I'll put it in a word with the commissioner for you. Okay.
You are the commissioner!
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I am. Anyway, yeah, if you enjoy, please, if you haven't seen it, go over to the Cinelinx channel, watch the UGF stream. It's pretty awesome. Except for the end.
I was also the longest reigning champion.
For now.
Also the first.
First champion, longest reigning. I'm just saying. You know, that's what I do.
Hey, he did take out 3 people. So that's pretty good.
And I'm also, you know what? We'll talk about that.
What sucks now that never mind. I can't say that yet. No,
we'll figure. No. Don't reveal UGF stuff on here. We'll get to that. Anyway, like I said,
I was about to say that. I was like,
we have got a great show. We're going out with a bang. Well, you know, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna go out, and then we'll see you guys, in January. But we still got a show to do, and we got to do some super cool nerd news.
Super Cool Nerd News is powered by Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx. In a report from the Wall Street Journal, Illumination Entertainment is nearing an agreement with Nintendo to make an animated Super Mario Bros. Movie. Unfortunately, it probably won't star Captain Lou, but Illumination is owned by Chris Melendry and Universal Studios and has produced the Despicable Me and Secret Life of Pets franchises. Illumination's Matt Goff studio in Paris is currently in the early stages of development with a release date not yet determined for our favorite plumbers. Injustice 2's next downloadable fighter pack will bring the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to the Netherrealms fighting game. And holy crap, did I mark out because I was so hammered when this news broke. Wow. Fighting Pack 3 will include Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Leonardo alongside 2 DC Universe heroes, the Atom and the Enchantress. A release date for the Fighter Pack 3 was not announced, though Atom will be available for early access on December 12th. The additional Ninja Turtles and Enchantress will bring Injustice 2's roster to 41. NetherRealms has released 2 add-on fighter packs already, the first including Red Hood, Sub-Zero, and Starfire, and the second including Black Manta, Raiden, and supposedly Hellboy, but he hasn't been released yet, so I don't know. After Justice League, the future of Ben Affleck's Batman is a looming question hanging over the DC Films universe. Affleck recently said he's trying to find a way that is cool to gracefully exit the character from the DCEU. Rumor got a little closer to becoming fact yesterday when the Batman director Matt Reeves ominously reported that he already has a replacement for Affleck in mind. Now we may know who that replacement could be, thanks to John Campea of The John Campea Show, and it is none other than Jake Gyllenhaal. Jason is so excited about that. According to The Wrap, Sony is moving forward with yet another Spider-Man spin-off, Morbius the Living Vampire. Power Rangers writer Burke Sharpless and Matt Shazama have been brought on to pen the Morbius feature project centered on the Spider-Man anti-hero. Morbius was created by writer Roy Thomas and artist Gil Kane and first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man number 101, the first issue not written by Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee. In an exclusive obtained by Deadline, Fox is in the process of creating a film around the mutant whose powers allow him to create multiple copies of himself. The report specifies that Fox is in talks with James Franco to take on the role of Jamie Maddox, aka the Multiple Man. Simon Kinberg is set to produce the film, with the script done by Wonder Woman scribe Alan Heinberg. And in our final story, 20th Century Fox dropped the first teaser trailer for Deadpool 2 on Wednesday, and true to form, it was pretty bizarre. Most of the trailer unfolded as a surreal parody of Bob Ross's The Joy of Painting, entitled Wet on Wet. With an only 10-second burst of footage offering a glimpse into the new characters and storylines introduced into the film, we do know that Deadpool is ready to start up that marketing campaign, and we are all ready for Deadpool 2. For all these stories and more, make sure you check out Cinelinx.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Stuff's happening.
I hate you so much right now.
So Jake Gyllenhaal could be Batman.
I hate his face.
That's
Why?
rude.
I hate his effing face.
Why?
Look.
Have you seen Jake Gyllenhaal's face?
I will agree. I did not like Jake Gyllenhaal. I was a big hater of his.
Starting out, yeah.
It wasn't until Prisoners that I go,
Bubble
this
boy.
kid's kind of good. Like he's pretty talented. And then I saw Nightcrawler and I was like, holy crap, this guy's absolutely amazing. So eventually Jason will wake up and realize that he's a very talented actor.
Hey Rob, what is Nightcrawler about, Rob?
Nightcrawler is about a mutant from the X-Men who teleports to different crime scenes and changes stuff around.
With a very distinct sound called Bamf.
That was great.
Not true. Not true at all. However, I will add on that I didn't put this in the news because I wrote it earlier, and this report didn't come out till later. Steve Weintraub of Collider, better known as Frosty, has come out and said that Apparently, the story of Jake Gyllenhaal is, while he did have a meeting with Matt Reeves had a meeting with a lot of other people too, and Warner Brothers DC is not set on doing anything until they find out what Justice League does. Any story, they said, apparently any story you hear about Flash, anything you've heard, is all up in the air depending on what happens with Justice League. The only thing known for sure is Aquaman is coming because it is in the books already.
From the chat, broke back Batman.
That's kind of
no, that's good. That was it works on many levels.
That's
William, good job. Anyway, I think Ben Affleck might see what Justice League does and go, I think I can take another paycheck.
Well, see, because apparently Matt Reeves is Batman. He wants to focus on a younger Batman, which I understand. That's fine. There's so many. I put it in the article I wrote. So many different Easter eggs have been dropped. Whether it's the thing that Gotham has a problem with freaks dressed like clowns, or the line in the trailer for Justice League where he's like, "I missed the days where our biggest fear was exploding penguins."
Spoiler much.
I said line in the trailer.
Was that in the trailer?
Yes. That's where I heard it first.
The one trailer you watched?
Yeah. No, I watched all the Justice League trailers because I didn't really care much about it. But, so I would like to see a younger Batman, so I wouldn't mind it. You can do something where you have Ben Affleck bookending it, and you can do a flashback movie in a way.
Okay, sure. But not Gyllenhaal. No.
I would, because he was up for Spider-Man 2 at one point.
Oof, no.
Matter of fact, he almost had the role when Tobey Maguire hurt his back recording Seabiscuit. So.
Never mind. We'll get into that.
I thought I also read a report today that said that he also had a shot at Batman at one point too.
He might have. I didn't look into it.
All right. So we also have one I'm excited about though. Fighter Pack 3.
Dude.
Hold up. Did we not just... Because we have our chat on Facebook. We went absolutely crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody saw that coming.
No.
All four Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We were all hell-bent that it was either Rorschach or Constantine, the guy in the trench coat.
Those are awful safe choices, too.
Yeah. And so the fact that... And they did it really well because they have Raph walk up in the trench coat. And you're like... Y'all are smart. Y'all are real smart.
No, when the sigh hit, I'm like, wait, who? Lady Shiva? And in my mind, I'm like, no, it's the Turtles, and it's red too.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also worth mentioning that Rob and I were the first two people to watch it because we were watching it when it was revealed on E-League. So we're like, oh, Turtles! Turtles!
Yeah, I was hammered at my buddy's house, so I had no idea.
Because I got on, I was just flipping through channel TV. I said, "Oh, E-League is on. Let me watch this." I put Injustice 2. Then I started typing in, "Hey, these guys in Injustice 2 on E-League are good.
Oh yeah, they're
way better than us."
There's that map popping in. He's like, "Yeah, we're like trash compared to these guys." And then I see the freaking commercial. I'm like, Adam again? Oh, okay. They're introducing Enchantress. Next, I saw Turtles. I started screaming. Cameron jumped up, like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Turtles! Turtles! Turtles!" And that was the night.
I'm really interested to see how it is. I'm assuming it's going to be different skin.
Yes, you can tell from the belts. They're different belts, and I mean, they're palette swap. Yeah.
Yeah, but the issue is you can change the different things on like Robin. You can change his different stuff, but he doesn't get different weapons. So how does it change? Like you change Raiden from Raiden to Black Lightning, but his moveset doesn't change.
I think
so. They all have the same moveset with the same weapons, which seems weird because the weapons are so different.
We don't know yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm very intrigued to see how exactly this is going to work.
Well, most likely what it'll be is it will be like a skin change, like you're saying, but the weapons will change with them.
Yeah,
and probably they'll have like individual movesets, but the special will all be the same with all four turtles being used at the same time.
Just like that, because I don't know how it works with Nightwing and Damian Wayne right now, because I cannot get the freaking Nightwing staff.
Oh, why don't you just pay for it?
You can't. You can't pay.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You literally have to luckily get it in a mother box.
That was a jab at another company that we'll be getting into. But I mean, Fighter Pack 2. they shocked the world when they introduced Hellboy.
Yeah.
We all went ape over that. They topped it this time, which kudos, freaking Injustice still going strong, man. I'm still going to play, you know.
Oh yeah, I still love Injustice. It still is. As soon as we finished the UGF WB 2K tournament, I immediately got home. I was like, well, I don't have to play WWE anymore. I can go back to Injustice now.
All right, what else we got this evening? Because Mario Brothers.
I'm so happy Matt used the Captain Lou picture for Mario Brothers because the Super Mario Brothers Super Show is probably one of the greatest things ever created.
I love that show so much.
So good.
What's the one where one of them actually said "fuck you"?
What?
What?
Language.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Y'all don't know about this?
language.
The guy that plays Luigi accidentally dropped an F-bomb on that show. I will play you the clip.
I'm pretty sure it's not live.
And yet it still made it in there. I will play it for you.
Please do.
Yeah. I will show this to your face. So
Please, I need that in my life because I need that.
I think, look, and I'll go back. When I started doing movie reviews, I put on my website, I was like, look, guys, one of my favorite movies of all time is Super Mario Bros. Are you still with me? Good, because we're gonna have a little trip. But because I know it's bad. It is horrible.
it's a guilty pleasure movie.
It's so fun.
I still watch it.
I still have not seen that to this day.
Oh my god, it's so good. I have it on Blu-ray.
We have to fix that.
And so to hear they're doing a new one, and the fact that it's going to be animated, I think animated works best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, we don't want to see a guy jump up into some bricks and break his head open or whatever.
Also, if you think about the Illuminations animation of it all, like they
Oh,
do
yeah.
a really well done job. Like,
Oh,
aren't
yeah.
they the guys who do Despicable Me?
Yeah, they do
Yes.
Despicable Me.
Yeah.
And so that means there'll probably be a minion in there somewhere.
Wait, will the minion get squashed by Mario? Because that would be great.
Basically,
Like the minion just comes out of a pipe, like "Ika, Ika," and Mario just jumps on him. like his last words are like "Ah!" as a boot print comes down.
Look, we have Marioverse plus Rabbids. I'm pretty sure we can do Mario plus Minions.
Just throw one in, just to make us happy. And then,
To be fair, that Rabbids was funny, though.
But introduce him and then swiftly murder him.
Morbius.
Shock. And I used the worst picture of Morbius I could find when I was looking for. Everybody enjoyed that image. I picked like the first image of Morbius with like the skin tight black suit. Actually, not too far from that figure right there. Or somewhere.
It's one of the ones I took.
Anyway, I don't know how I feel about this one honestly because they've tried to do Morbius a long time.
Here's my thing. I don't know how I feel about the Spider-less Sonyverse as is.
Oh, well, that's gonna be a disaster.
Now as much as I don't want to be on board with Venom, I am because Tom Hardy and Michelle Williams and Riz Ahmed, these guys are they're some of the best actors working today.
You can't reward half-ass efforts.
It doesn't feel half-assed to me. You have Tom Hardy, who doesn't just take movies. He takes movies that he wants. You have Riz Ahmed, who's one of the hottest young talents going today. Mm-hmm. And you have Michelle Williams, who is one of the greatest female actresses out there.
I don't care. It's a lazily done movie. Venom is part of Spider-Man.
What about that says lazy, though? Tom Hardy, Riz Ahmed, and Michelle Williams. What about that says lazy? Please explain that.
It's not in the Spider-Verse. But that
doesn't make it lazy.
Without Spider-Man, there is no Venom. So, without Spider-Man, there is no Venom movie.
And I love how we have completely swapped on this. Cause,
easily do that.
Yeah,
but yet they are not trying to do that.
When they first announced this, you were on board with it.
No, I was not.
Yes, you were, because everyone was against me going, I don't understand this. And everyone said, no, there's a way to do it.
No.
We're going to have to go back through SCNS.
I have never agreed with that. When they announced a Venom movie without Spider-Man, I'm out. I'm done.
I don't know.
If it's a Venom movie that has Spider-Man in the universe, I'm in. No Spider-Man, goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm not bending on this.
What about the Marvel story that they were working on where Oscorp created the symbiote?
That's fine.
But I think they shit canned it or whatever the hell it was. It never came about. But you could just have Oscorp make this thing and blah blah. It falls on Eddie Brock or it escapes from the lab. It falls on Eddie Brock. Venom. You don't need Spider-Man to make him.
But the way they're talking, Spider-Man does not even exist in this universe. Which, no, fuck you.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. No.
Allegedly, like there are different stories that say, well, it's kind of parallel to the MCU, but you're not really going to see Spider-Man. And then they say, no, Spider-Man's not in it at all. So I honestly...
When they show me, point to Jason, thank you. When they do something right with this, I'll be on board. But honestly, I don't think that they're not seeing this backlash of F you, Spider-Man in this movie. So I think they're going to try. I hope they'll try.
We shall see. Whatever they do. But
right now, I'm out.
As far as Mobius, whatever. Morbius.
No.
I only saw him in a couple of comics, and I don't know why they're just making a movie for him. It doesn't make any sense unless they're putting in like
Blade.
They're putting in Blade, or they're leading up to what was it? He was with the
Night Stalkers.
The Night Stalkers.
But now
what about the Midnight Suns?
Midnight Suns, possibly, I guess.
Okay.
That was like a limited series, I think.
All right.
But now, Sony doesn't have Blade anymore, right? Technically, Marvel has Blade.
Gimme.
Yeah, so I don't know if they would lend Blade over for that, or again, it's one of those things that I don't know how they work. But there have been rumors of them using it. You know, Blade was one of the ones they wanted to talk about doing a Netflix series with. But they talked about having it be Blade's daughter and having Wesley Snipes in the Whistler role. So, do they have plans for him? Will he be able to see in this? Again, because it's...
I think we're so far out that we can't really speculate of how it's going to go, but, I mean, I'll watch it.
We don't know if they're going to do a Blade movie, if it's when Disney starts up their little network that they're going to put Blade on there. We have no idea. So,
well, also consider the fact that there's that Sony deal. We don't know what all the terms are, if they can like trade out different characters or what have you. I mean, hell, Marvel gets Spider-Man, like a couple different movies.
Yeah,
maybe
they loaned out Iron Man, so
yeah, maybe Sony could just get
and Cap
Blade for like one, and Cap too.
So, all right, well. What I liked today was James Franco possibly playing Multiple Man, and how quickly one of our Cinelinks contributors got into the chat after Matt Pinker's. I honestly, the thought of a couple of hundred James Francos running around is just a hell I don't want to visit. I'm sure everyone loves James Franco. I'm a bit tired of his shit.
James Franco is cool. You just with a couple hundred of them, you need a lot of weed.
Shit gets thin real quick.
A lot of weed.
There's got to be a moment where he gets high. There's got to be. Like one of them has to be getting high.
Yeah.
I think it's such a strange property too. Just multiple man. What? Really?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, what are you gonna do with it? Like,
who's your enemy?
And isn't he one of the Brotherhood?
Space? I don't know.
No, they did that in Last Stand or whatever. Yeah. But he in the comics he's good. He joined X Factor?
Yeah, he was part of X Factor mostly.
Way back
I think he has been a bad guy before, but
he's been kind of spotty in the whole.
No,
Marvel
he's been
universe.
pretty good. He's been pretty consistently good. But I mean, there's room for, I guess, range between all the duplicates or whatever. I just don't know how Multiple Man is gonna carry a movie. I don't. I see it as comedy, definitely, but we'll see.
Wait, it's supposed to be his own movie. He's not a part of another.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be his movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
The guy in the chair has to be Seth Rogen. I'm just call that shot.
No.
Yeah. One of your guys is over there, man.
So okay, but the last bit, the Deadpool 2 teaser that we got this week.
That was incredible and the highlight of my week. I was in the doctor's office waiting for the fucking doctor when I watched it.
Getting wet on wet. Yes, not wet on wet, getting wet on wet.
We're gonna whack this off a little bit real quick. Feels good to whack it off.
I love the colors. Betty White, indigo blue, box office gold.
Yellow Snow White.
Yes.
I love that when the second time he whacked the paintbrush off and he turned, he just threw it away and he's just like, where'd it go?
technical difficulties, and we cut into some pretty cool little clips.
I love Negasonic. I love Negasonic.
Negasonic looks dope.
Negasonic has my heart.
Mine too. She's from McKinney.
Really?
Call me.
Yes. She's from McKinney.
Call me.
Call me. Anyway.
No.
Little bit of shot of Cable's arm in that.
Yeah.
Definitely saw Domino. The scenes I saw, she did not have the white spot over her eye. So I'm in hopes that somehow she gets bleached in this movie. I'm just saying. You know, Michael Jackson effect hits her or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Bruh.
It's not too soon.
No, it's not too soon. That's just messed up, bruh.
I'm just saying. I want my Domino with all white skin. So there.
We don't
No
want,
shots of
we don't
Cable,
want
though.
people doing blackface. We can't do whiteface.
Oh.
This is not whiteface. Never mind. Anyway, I'm not going to argue with you on this.
If you bleach her, that's whiteface. That's racist, man.
Either way, the trailer looks really good. I cannot wait to get an actual trailer for it. I have been up in the air going, you know what? I almost want to go into Deadpool completely blind after watching this.
But you know what? They did the marketing campaign for the first movie so well.
Yeah.
Even before we saw any scenes of it. We saw Slater get fucking hit with a TV. That was great.
That was my favorite thing.
And all the commercials weren't even like trailers for the film. It was just him sitting on a couch talking to you. Like there was one where he had just a giant chimichanga. There was one where he had a sombrero. Like, you know, it's just different holidays and different stuff. So this is one that technically we could go in and not actually see any footage from the film. Just see marketing from him where they just turn a camera on and go, all right, Ryan, do whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm 100% okay with that.
And we got all of our favorites back. I'm seeing TJ Miller in this movie just made me happy. It was like, thank you. Anyway.
What, you didn't like, you know, when he gets killed in the first act of superhero movies like in Transformers?
I'm okay with him then. Age of Extinction sucked. We all know that. Anyway, so that has been the news. Thank you guys for joining us. Put all your comments down there. What do you think of the subjects? Thank you for the point to me, by the way, because I'm right. What?
You missed one thing.
What was that?
Star Wars Battlefront 2 news.
Oh, that was actually breaking, going to air, and apparently Battlefront has they've gotten rid of the. Hang on, I want the full details here.
They got rid of microtransactions in the game. They pulled it out
All together.
Yeah, so you can't just go in there and buy a character.
Yeah.
Or
So
buy
it's-
weapons or whatever the hell it is.
It's just in-game currency, no option to buy crystals instead. However, they did not note how long it's going to take to unlock. Did they change that at all? We don't.
Not that we know of.
The only thing I know is that they dropped the cost of the characters by 75%.
That's
so
good, but they also took down how much money you could earn or something.
I didn't hear about that.
Either
one.
way,
Yeah.
thanks EA. You fucked it up again.
Language.
Did anybody see their Ask Me Anything on Reddit?
No.
Brutal.
What happened?
Brutal. Just imagine walking into a room of 1,000 people that absolutely hate you and have no filter for their voice. Now times that by about 20,000 more people.
It's 1 million of us and one Justin Bieber walks in. What happens? Justin Bieber gonna die.
No.
No,
Well, I do not like him. I don't wish his death. I save that for other
I would
people.
still punch him though.
Yeah, oh my
We're
god.
not, no, it could just be
Continue.
EA.
Go on.
It could
Just
just
go
be
on.
EA. We hate EA enough.
Oh, I hate EA also. I've always hated
I
EA.
hate that
EA
they bought-
sucks.
I hate that they bought.
So Oscar Gabrielson, the GM of Battlefront 2 developer, was quoted in saying, "We hear you loud and clear. So we're turning off all the in-game purchases. We will now spend more time listening, adjusting, balancing, and tuning. This means that the option to purchase crystals in the game is now offline, and the progression will be earned through gameplay. The ability to purchase crystals in-game will become available at a later date, only after we've made changes to the game. We'll share more details as we work through this."
So they haven't
By
done
the
it
way,
yet.
that statement that he says at the beginning, he literally says in every single statement, "We're listening to you guys. We hear your feedback. We're here for you. We're going to spend time tuning and listening to your feedback." He said that the entire time during EA Play. That's their new motto.
We're listening.
Yeah, and yet they throw in microtransactions in the first place.
I mean,
well, it's not that they threw in microtransactions. EA has a pretty good presence in the mobile world, tablets and phones or whatever. And in that world, damn it, everything is run by microtransactions. That's something that you know, you're used to it, so that's the world you got to live in. But when you pull that out and put it into a AAA title for a console system, you have lost your fucking mind.
Language.
Yeah, language.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were discussing, like, how could they have made the game free? Make the game free. Then you were totally justified whatever you want to charge after that. Because honestly, they bought Respawn Entertainment, who made Titanfall 2, which I really enjoyed this year. And now I'm just waiting for EA just to go, come on, Respawn. We're just going out back for a little while.
Look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers. Bam! And that studio's gone. Because apparently that's what they do. So how much money can we make off? Oh, just a one-time? See that flower over there? See that flower? Bam! Oh, goodbye. Thank you for letting me kill you.
Why am I
Twice.
the one that has to die?
Because you're closest, unfortunately.
I feel attacked.
So how do you think EA feels right now? They have the most downvoted post on Reddit as
In
we speak.
history.
Like, as long as Reddit has been available, and this post has only been up, what, a week or two? People were just going there. I'm logging into Reddit just so I can downvote.
You sent me the link. I looked at it and was like, fuck y'all. Click.
I put it on chat because I was like, maybe I can get at least 5 more on this. It's a competition to me now. It's not even close to like the second most unliked. It's like there's a line that's 3/4 longer than the second most disliked post. Anyway, so in summation, EA, you're the worst company in the world. Do something to improve.
Thank you, Matt, for bringing that up. You know, sometimes we miss things. You know, we can accomplish a lot on our own, but when we stand together, we can be unstoppable. And it takes teamwork to make the dream work. So let's unite and take teamwork to the next level with November's Loot Crate
that shit
Unite
sucks.
2.0. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service which provides boxes of geek and gaming related merchandise and always includes a monthly t-shirt and pin. If you order by the 19th, you can get the Unite 2.0 box and check out some of the awesome stuff. Go to lootcrate.com/SCNS Live or put in the promo code SCNS Live at checkout to get your discount on your first box of loot, and don't ever miss out again.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Bravo.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna
He's like, thanks for saying that, Matt. Matt didn't say shit.
I did though. I'm
yeah.
the one that brought up Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I didn't bring it up in the news because we work better together as a team. We unite.
So, speaking of that,
2.0.
we do have some movie reviews to get into, and I'm going to go ahead and let Matt take my seat because aren't we talking about?
I haven't seen either of these movies.
Well, I'll go take Cora for a second.
I have
Over here, Cora. Come on.
I have no purpose on this board
Cora's
right
stepping
now.
into the console chair.
Everything's gonna explode. Goodbye.
Okay, so this week last week and this week we got to see some movies. Last week, you and Matt went to go see Coco. Don't you start crying yet. And we this weekend. Also, why are you using this hashtag Unite the Seven?
Because that was the original marketing campaign.
Sorry, I hate to derail, but he was like, Unite the Seven. What? Who's the other one?
And I just love it. I know it's not the actual. Okay, you have to duck or something. You cannot Matrix Matt.
I didn't remember what camera I left it on whenever I gave her the reins. So.
It's okay. She walked right in front of it too, so it's all right.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even think about that. I'm done.
I was always a fan of the Unite the Seven marketing campaign because I wanted to see the rest of them, and spoilers on what. God, dude, that was the worst. You did not go.
Jason, I already told her everything she needed to do.
I'm good now.
So what are you doing over there? We were talking about Justice League.
I don't know. Maybe I felt like sexually harassing her. God, mind your business.
Excuse me, what?
Bro.
No, don't touch me after that. Go
Just
back
don't
and sit down. That wasn't funny at all.
What? All the time.
And
All right.
So Justice League, Unite the Seven. I was going into it.
This is our last episode.
I was going into it thinking this. Stop it. I was going into it thinking like that Unite the Seven was still the marketing campaign. So I'm like, all right, it's either Green Lantern or it's Martian Manhunter. That's who we're getting. That's the surprise person.
And that was the wrong hashtag.
No.
Oh no, I was literally using it just because I knew they weren't using
It was a great one.
It was.
Yeah.
But I think the original script, and apparently, and watching it, you can see that they definitely cut a lot out. There's a lot of conversations that seem a lot shorter than they should have been, and from what I'm being told, is 45 minutes of it has been cut from the film.
Yeah, that's.
Ooh,
I
I need a
can see
director's
that.
cut of this movie now.
Yeah,
And you know you're going to get it. That's what DC likes to do. We're going to get it on the Blu-ray, the extended super ultra edition with better flowing cuts and all that good stuff.
Well, and it was supposed to be a 3-hour-long movie, and then they had a mandate to cut it down to 2 hours. I mean, that's what you told us. And
Yes.
so having 45 minutes on the
It is-
floor makes sense.
It is literally 1 hour and 59 minutes. So they were not playing with that mandate. Less than 2 hours.
And they did a great job, though.
They did.
I think certain characters needed about 10 more minutes with maybe each one, but then after that, like I didn't really miss a lot. Like I think you could have taken out the family that's in the end, which that's not a spoiler. There's a family at one point. You could have taken them out and then just put in more time with the characters.
I mean, I don't know if we needed 10 more minutes. That's a lot of time. All you really needed was like another minute or two of segments with each character.
I'm saying 10 more minutes with
on the
like
whole.
Aquaman,
Not each
with
character.
like
I thought you were saying like 10 minutes for Aquaman, 10 minutes for... I was like, that's a lot.
What I had said originally was I said 10 minutes for every character, but
That's a lot.
well, once you think about it, there's only 3 characters you needed some more time with. Flash, they actually gave you enough within the movie.
actually think Flash was fine.
good enough.
Yeah.
It's Aquaman
Yeah, we
and
got a lot
Cyborg.
more.
Aquaman and Cyborg.
If you gave them 10 minutes more each,
I think for
10
Aquaman,
minutes.
Aquaman could have used more time than actually Cyborg, because surprisingly, Cyborg had a more prominent role than Aquaman did.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed his character more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this character.
I did too.
Ray Fisher was great.
It was not what I was expecting.
The look may not have been there, but the acting definitely was.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And honestly, and yeah, that family, that's my argument about Transformer movies. Less humans. Screw those humans.
Like, I get the human element of it. I totally understand. And they could have kept the family in it for like 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we are established that the family is there. And then not go back to it 10 times.
See, I don't even think we needed 2 scenes of them. I think all we need... I don't think we need...
Y'all really hate this family.
Well, you could
It made no sense.
You could have had them in the house deciding to leave.
Yeah,
and that's like, oh wow, okay, so there's still a family in that, or there's still people around.
Yeah.
Here's one thing that I enjoyed. I don't have to sit and wait and be introduced to these damn characters again. They went and got right into it, just like, well, we kind of saw them with influence in other movies, but we got right into it. We know them. Here they are doing cool stuff.
It is very... In that aspect, it is very much a Joss Whedon film.
Yeah.
And
Despite the fact that Zack Snyder gets sole credit on directing this, it is very much all the way down to the 2 post-credit scenes. So make sure you stay for both of them.
don't feel like these schlubs that leave on a...
Oh my God, y'all have no idea. Jason was so mad
He
at
gets
people for
so
getting up.
salty.
For no reason other than he's just like, why are y'all leaving?
I am
Jason,
yelling at people in
if
the
they
theater.
want to get up and leave, let them. You are not their father.
That's how I feel about it. I see him getting up and walking. I'm like,
More for me.
y'all know how to marvel.
Because now,
Because I've actually run into somebody like on some. I went to the Marvel movies, and they actually went like, "Was there a scene after the movie? We went this weekend. I didn't see it." I was like, "Did you stay till after the credits?" No. Well, that's when that's why they call it an after credits scene.
By this point, if you don't know that, that's your fault. We're not looking out for you anymore.
Shoot,
okay?
we stayed till after the credits for Coco just in case. Like, we just stay after for
I
everything.
don't know anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not getting out the seat until all the lights come on in this
So
motherfucker.
okay, now the movie did not have a lot of Easter eggs. I mean, the ones they had, they were obvious and right there.
Yeah, they
It
were in
was-
front of you.
Like, I'm always looking, y'all know me. I'm always looking for, like, where's the hidden little thing that I need to find to be like, I saw that. Not really a lot. So, what
Well,
I did,
they could be in the 45 minutes they're on the floor. So
maybe so.
in the movie, there definitely wasn't.
The battles that they showed, God, they were the scope that you would expect with Steppenwolf being as powerful as he is, and this team.
Did you like the look of Steppenwolf?
Absolutely, because have you seen Steppenwolf from the comics?
I didn't even know who that
I-
was.
Trust me.
But the VFX, I thought it was
that's what we're talking about.
okay.
Okay.
Like, I thought it was all right, but it was like, I
It
feel like
didn't
they could have
bother
done
me.
better.
It didn't bother
Yeah.
me, but at the same time, I was kind of like, you look kind of cheesy.
A little bit. A little bit. But I actually liked that he was our first enemy.
Yeah.
Because he had a pretty straightforward motivation. He was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? He was like an addict to the mother boxes in a way. It's not the word I was looking for, but that's what I'm going to use.
Definitely
he was a cultist to the to mother box. Yeah, and so it was really cool to see him and just the fact that he was formidable. It wasn't like Lex Luthor in BVS, where it's just like mentally the guy's like strategic.
Or like 90% of the Marvel villains.
Right, exactly. This guy
was like Cloud. I was like, this guy could really mess some people up.
You needed a tank just to bring him down, you know, and even that wasn't enough half the time.
And best part, like I said about the battles, we got to see Amazons kicking ass again. Which No. I love the Amazons.
Yeah, that was awesome. I loved every battle. I really did. I thought the action was just superb in this one.
And that's what I think was so good about having Whedon and Snyder on this, because you could tell that a lot of those action scenes were Snyder action scenes.
Yes, they were.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. And they work very well together. You could tell. Like, you saw Joss Whedon's fingerprints all over the conversations. Yeah. But then when it came to the actions, that was all Snyder. Yeah. And it meshed beautifully.
Now, the thing is, the only problem I had with the movie, you said it, I think everyone here said it, is some of the CGI scenes are not good.
They're not. No. They're not. And
they're not great.
Warner Brothers has always had an issue with that, though. Like, every time they try to do a DC film,
they're animated.
They're all. It's just their VFX are always so harsh, and it's hard to really watch half the time.
And I'll go ahead and concede that, because there was one scene where I saw, my favorite, and it was pretty bad. So
and when we came out of it, Jason was kind of like, you might want to give him a pass. I'm like, no, I believed that Disney found a talking panther and had him talk to a little boy and film the movie in a jungle.
Well, okay, if we're gonna go on that,
that's not at all what happened. That was filmed in LA, but I believed it was real. So I don't give anyone a pass anymore. No. If you can make me believe that panther was real, then no.
I mean, the technology is there, so really there is no excuse nowadays for bad VFX.
Local wrestler murdered by a bear because he thought it was going to talk.
Blue? Is that you?
He was then mauled to death while singing a song.
It was the Bare Necessities. So dope.
As a witness says, I told him to
run. The witness is Rob.
I don't gotta run faster than you. Or the bear, I just started faster than you.
I got in the car, I locked the door, he was still outside.
But right now, you're gonna see a lot of bad reviews for this film, and I
don't understand these fucking reviews.
I'm surprised by it, and I almost feel like it's. People are gonna call my review or like our review that we did afterward as like maybe DC fanboying or DC being apologetic or whatever.
And those people are douchebags.
But the thing is that like this guy's not a DC apologist at all,
no.
And yet he enjoyed the hell out of the film.
When I sat down, I said I'm ready to gut this movie with a rusty fish scaler.
I just wonder though if this is a sort of thing where. Maybe it's still cool to hate on DC, or maybe it's because people are overanalyzing what Marvel did with Avengers to what DC is doing with Justice League.
What you just said is the reason why people are bagging on this movie. They're going in already trying to compare this to the Avengers,
and it is not.
Do not do that. Go in there and watch this movie for what it is. The Justice League. Don't go in there expecting to see, okay, so who's my Captain America, who's this, and how do they match up to the Hulk?
Well,
don't do that.
I think a better simile for you is what our good friend of the show, LA, told BC and I in a private chat, is that when he asked us about Justice League, he said that he wasn't sure if he was going to like it or not because he was looking for that Avengers moment. And I'm like, wait, you mean them in the circle and the camera's panning around? He's like, yeah, but it doesn't have to be like that. But I want to see a moment where you're just like, that's the Justice League. And I'm like, I don't think you're going to like this movie.
I think you do, honestly.
I think you do, too. I think you get because I'm the complete opposite. I think this was almost beat for beat following the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of comparisons between the two, and they work. It's almost beat for beat Josh Whedon's Avengers with a different paint job on it. That's not something that bothers me though, because all movies are almost exactly the same.
Except you don't have your mindless Hulk.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
it's for a little while.
I'm going to go on record, and I mean, I've said horrible things in the past, but Affleck sold me on his Batman this movie.
I loved Batfleck.
Because I have been on board with him since day one.
There was one scene with Wonder Woman, I think y'all know the scene, where he was mouthing off to Wonder Woman.
Oh, that was great. I was actually scared for his life.
This is like, you don't do that.
He said one thing, and I like literally just sunk in my chair, like, oh.
Yeah, he said something where you just go, well, she's going to kill him now. Or seriously maim him. Here's how we get rid of Ben Affleck. She kills Batman.
There's going to be a new Batman in the next one.
If they don't, I swear to God, if they don't eventually, in some damn movie, have him do something that is so outlandish and out of your mind, and then just have him look and go, because I'm Batman. You are really missing out on an opportunity. Someone needs to finally do that.
Well, let me just reel this back in. Let's talk about, again, the bad reviews. Why do you think that these bad reviews are even happening in the first place?
I think a lot of people, like you said, like they're wanting it to be Avengers, and maybe they're going in with that bias of, oh, Whedon put his hands on it, and they're seeing some of those funnier scenes that we were talking about that I enjoyed, and saying, oh, they're just copying Avengers now. Well, how many? They're copying life. They are still people at the end of the day. They interact with people as you might see somebody else interact, and I think some people can't wrap their heads around that because, and I've said this before, DC's heroes are sometimes a little unrelatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but they're
I've
actually
heard it that way. Is Marvel's heroes are people trying to be gods, and DC's heroes are gods trying to be people.
Exactly.
Well, what I actually liked about Justice League a lot was that they took them from this pedestal that BVS put them on, and they brought them down kind of to our level so that way we could connect with them a little bit more. Like Aquaman, I could connect with that character. Cyborg, like that, he was very connectable as well. But the Flash, I think, was our common man in this entire thing.
Flash was our Spider-Man.
Yeah, and he stole the show.
Yeah.
I think we'd all agree on that.
Yeah.
So I think that narrative of that these are gods and we can't understand them, I think that was nixed in this movie.
Yeah. Ezra Miller's still not my Flash, but you did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the very first trailer for Justice League and I saw Ezra Miller, I was like, I don't like him.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that.
But you won me over.
But when I saw the movie, I was like, okay, yep, that's for Flash. All right, I got it.
I think
But he doesn't follow the typical Barry Allen.
No.
No,
Say that right now.
none of these characters follow their typical comic book counterparts.
But I'm okay
and that will
with
be
it.
something that a purist. But that'll be something that a purist will say, I don't like.
But there are some people. No, go ahead.
No, I don't. I don't. No, it's kind of spoiler territory.
Well, there was a review that I read that was like, oh, from the beginning they didn't know what direction they were going in, and I'm like, I don't agree with that at all. Like, the pacing felt fine. There was a reason for everything that they were doing. Like the death of Superman unlocked the mother boxes. Okay, I'm on board, which brought in Steppenwolf and allowed everybody to do all stuff. So it was. That's not a spoiler at all. Like everybody knows the mother boxes, and you know Steppenwolf is the main bad guy. If you didn't watch BVS and you don't know Superman died, that's on you. So, like at this point, you should know all this stuff. So I'm not really spoiling anything, and just to me, everything fit with what they were doing. Even though there's 45 minutes on the floor that we haven't seen, like what they put together works.
Yeah, see, you're saying that everything fit together, and I saw everything. There was a plan, and I'm seeing reviews like the movie's too chaotic. It's just chaos. They don't know where they go. I'm sitting like, what fucking movie did y'all watch?
Yeah.
I think I really want to. I actually want to see.
You
more
need a
of the
DC character over there to be like.
We don't have any.
Yeah, we do.
Not any on the table.
Anyway, I do want to see more of the fan criticism. Like, I do want to see what are their problems with this movie, because
She's not going to care about me.
I liked it. I can honestly walk away from this movie, and I don't want bad superhero movies because it hurts the genre as a whole.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, the bubble has burst, and now we don't need these movies anymore.
And there doesn't need to be that DC versus Marvel thing, because I think we're all winning to begin with.
I will say that tracking has dropped It has gone from 130 to they're only expecting 110 this week.
Well, that's so disappointing because
Which
I feel
is
like
not, again, that's not $110
it's not
million
bad. It's
is
not bad.
bad.
And they're going to make their money that they made off of this, or that they made to make this film. It's going to happen worldwide, whatever it is. They're going to make that money. But
they're gonna make that money in China.
Oh yeah, China for sure.
China's already seen it and said they loved it.
China loves everything.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
But
yeah, so that was Justice League.
overall,
Like, just final.
5 stars. Seriously.
I gave it 4 on my Cinelinx review, and I dropped it a
think
bit
that's-
because of the VFX.
I'll go with that. I don't think this movie deserves some of the hate it's getting.
No, I don't think so either.
So yeah,
4 out of
I'll
5.
I'll go 4.
Guys,
4. Well, 3.84 around there. It's roughly the same area.
I'm a little under 4. 3.75.
are you putting Jeebus points in that? Like,
No, without Jeebus. Without the Jeebus bonus.
Do you want to watch? Do you want to watch it again? Do you think it's watchable?
If we finish recording in time tonight, I'm actually going to go see it again.
I actually am going to go see it again on
Well, I
Monday
think
because
that speaks
I'm
volumes
excited
right
to see it
there.
again.
I'm
Actually,
going to see it sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm probably wanting to see it again.
However, if I did not have Movie Pass, I don't know if I would go tonight.
because it's free for you at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and yeah, I paid $10 a month.
I would pay again to see it. I would be fine.
I don't know if I would pay money to see it again. I don't know.
I think now though, like what you need to understand as a DC fan for the movies, for the DCEU, it's Wonder Woman, then it's Justice League, Man of Steel, BVS. I would say.
I did find myself questioning.
Arguably, I would.
You mean
I would,
flip the
I,
other-
no,
flip the bottom?
No. I would put Suicide Squad.
Oh, I forgot Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad 3. You're right. Suicide Squad 3.
But a lot of people hate Suicide Squad.
I love Suicide Squad.
I have so much fun with that movie. I understand why people hate it. The ending is so cliche and terrible. Just a light in the sky. I hate that crap. And everything that happens, they created on their own.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for the Suicide Squad. And if you're going to go fight Superman, don't take a guy with a gun and a girl with a bat. Probably not the best idea.
I know, it's really
But I
dumb.
don't care. It's so fun.
It's a fun movie. My main issue is the amount of characters. I feel like you could have reduced them. but
Harley
either
Quinn
way.
recruited to stop Superman.
I know. What's she gonna do? Seduce him? Okay, so that was Warner Brothers in DC, and that was this weekend.
But we're just fanboys.
Read the review on Cinelinx.com, and where I talk about the deficiencies of other DC movies because I'm a fanboy. Anyway,
we are professional critics.
Anyway. So, but next weekend, it's Disney's turn. Disney's going to be releasing their next movie, and it's their next Disney Pixar film, Coco. And Rob and I got a chance to see it on Monday, and I'm just going to say it right now. Toy Story was my favorite going into this. Coco is now my favorite Disney Pixar movie I've ever seen.
That's pretty strong.
It was so great.
Yeah.
Moana is Disney proper, right?
Disney's proper. Yeah, it's not Disney. I actually looked too to see if that was Disney Pixar. It's not. It was just amazing. Like the amount, the story that they told us, and then you mix in the fact with the animation that they brought in, and it was the most heartwarming tale you could ever experience in your life.
I mean, the whole thing. I mean, okay, we're going to get into the issues that's happened before the movie. People comparing it to Book of Life, which was done by Latino, I believe, husband and wife. I'm not sure.
Husband and wife Latino
team who made this movie. They did all this stuff, and the Book of Life was a good movie.
And
However,
I compared it to Book of Life too, so I would be guilty of doing that because I thought that's what it was going to be like as well. But people's argument was that the Disney Pixar, the corporate white man's world, wants to horn in on the Latino crowd and their culture and whatever. And if you know what, if you say that, then don't even bother seeing the movie. Their cast, the voice cast for Coco, 100% Latino. Yeah, and it shows. It was
Book of Life
really
was about 95%.
Yeah,
because the big name people in the movie was Channing Tatum, Ice Cube, and some others that I can't remember right now. But yeah, the movie was just. This is the first movie that I have cried.
Yeah, and that speaks volumes right there because
I cry all the time.
Toy Story, all that.
You're
Nothing.
not crying up.
Everybody's like, oh, the first 10 minutes of man the fuck up.
First 10 minutes of Up are just painful. Like, that just stabs you in the heart.
Yeah, okay.
But it was just so great. Like, everything about it. I was trying to think of negatives to think about this movie, and honestly, I couldn't think of anything because the musicality of it worked seamlessly with the entire plot. Like, this kid wants to be a musician, so there's certain times where he has to break out into music, and those times were well put together. And then there's twists and turns in a Pixar movie that you wouldn't have thought would have been there, and it makes the film just exhilarating to watch. And it just was so great. It made me want to celebrate Dia de los Muertos. It really did.
You're watching the movie wondering, like, okay, well, these people are the villains, and it just shifts completely. Like, oh no, well, this person's the villain. No, who's the goddamn villain?
Yeah.
But it's according to the boy's journey as he goes through the land of the dead that he starts finding out things, and it's like, oh my god. And the end of the movie, yeah, take tissues with you.
Yeah, take
a handkerchief, a wash rag, a towel, something, because you're gonna cry.
Also, I love the subtleties too when he's in the world, and the longer he's in there and you see the little different things, you'll notice. But watch out for the different subtleties. Check out his fingers. It's really cool to see. So yeah, that was Coco. Definitely go watch it. Honestly, I could not think of anything wrong with this movie, so it might get a 5. I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to want to justify putting that in there, but it was that good for me to put like just a 5 rating on it, and my review will be up over the weekend on Cinelinks.
I'm not gonna give it that high rating. I'm gonna give it 4.5.
Okay.
And that's because I'm just stingy that way.
That's true. Yeah, keep those 5. Keep that 0.5 for yourself later.
5 is for the Ghostbusters with the women. Fuck y'all.
Oh, that was unnecessary.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. That was a joke. A bad joke.
So, I guess I'm hosting at the moment. I'm taking over. But while we are starting to ease into the end of the season, I did want to like go through and ask everybody what their favorites were, whether movie, games, what have you. Like, what was your favorite thing of 2017? And obviously the exception is Star Wars, because we all know that will be our favorite. But like everything else leading up to that. So, Cora, why don't you start? What was your favorite of the year?
Hold on.
It should be bored.
Hey, I figured it out. Cool.
It should be American Gods.
Yeah, actually. My favorite thing that came out this year was definitely American Gods, just because I've been so hyped for it for so long. I think my mic's on. Is my mic on?
Should be. You can't hear it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was hyped for it for so long, for literally years, and then 2017, it finally happened, and it's like past the screen. It's my favorite thing ever.
Well, that is Nerdy Award winner American Gods.
The only award show that matters.
This is the only award show. BC, let me ask you, what was your favorite thing of the year? Movie, game, whatever.
Oh God, that's really tough. Injustice is up there. I love that game so damn much. TGI Hulu is up there in things that I absolutely love, but I might go Get Out or Split.
Those were good.
Both were
the twist at the end of Split, man.
Were just so insane good, and I don't know, man. And San Diego Comic-Con, of course, is being in Hall H, representing Cinelinks and SCNS was.
We had fun this year.
Holy crap, so much fun.
Yeah, that was cool. So. Rob?
Orville. You should know this by now. Ask me silly ass questions. Oh, but a very close second is a brand new show out now. Future Man.
So good.
Oh my god.
So good.
They're actually, those two shows naked. They're tied right now for
best
show of this year.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh. I binged that entire season. You can hear more about that on this next week's episode of Channel Control. Go ahead. What was yours, Jason?
I mean, of course, I enjoyed a bunch of movies, but Beast Wars, Masterpiece, Transformers. That's what these things. Yes, and I'm getting the monkey again. Anyway, and of course, going to San Diego Comic-Con, talking to people that actually make Transformers was probably my highlight of the year. Talking to an actual designer And that was just a blast. That's something I've always wanted to do, and yeah, really enjoyed that. But
nice. Wonder Woman, man. Like, if I'm gonna go movies, like the fact that we got our first female superhero movie and it was a home run was absolutely incredible. Like, I loved it. Video games, The Legend of Zelda for sure. Breath of the Wild.
The entire year of superhero films. This has been a great year for superheroes. If the worst one was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and it's still a good movie, damn, we did good.
It was a very good year.
Actually, one more. My favorite game this year was probably Horizon Zero Dawn.
That was a good one.
Honestly, some of the best single-player gameplay out there. A great story, great voice acting. That game hit it on all levels for me, and that just reminded me to go.
Which they have the new update now.
The DLC.
Maybe I'll do that while I'm watching Punisher tonight.
Punisher night.
Okay, so all right, we're about to end, but last thing. Favorite moment of SCNS this year. That's gonna be our last thing. That's what we're gonna end on. Corey, do you have one?
Well, I have multiple technically. But Jason's reaction to every single X nickname we have given him throughout this season has been top notch.
It's a shame we don't have an editor that's willing to go through every episode and cut just that out for one supercut to put on the YouTube channel.
I bet I can get Zach to do it.
Oh!
I bet that'd be real easy.
That is actually copyright SCNS Live. So
I'll get him to do it for us. It's all right. I'll hire him to do it. I'll pay him. He'll be all right.
Best moment. We need to do more conventions out of town, but do them right. I think we learned some lessons, but damn it, we had fun all through San Diego pretty much. We weren't almost about to kill each other. We had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated all of y'all in San Diego, and I know y'all probably hated me too.
What I do?
Huh?
What I do?
You were breathing.
Oh!
I was really.
No, I actually, you were barely even around. You were like,
true.
BC was like, I got my shit to do. Bye.
Deuces. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. It's like, oh, we're gonna make it. No, I'm gonna go get drunk.
Yeah, that was the problem. It's like, where's BC? I don't know. Somewhere. If you can find anybody from Collider, that's where he is.
Probably.
Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. Rob, while you're here, your favorite moment of SCNS this year?
Favorite moment of SCNS? Get back to me. I can't even think of one right now.
All right, well, we'll jump to him, and then we'll come back to you. Go ahead.
I got to echo San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con. New York was so much fun. Hell, E3 was a lot of fun.
E3 was great, right?
So, yeah, those were probably some of my favorite moments that we had. The time we all wore the exact same shirt, was that this year or was that last year?
Was that? I think that was last year.
That was last year.
And I think we said that last year, too.
Together.
Yeah.
That was great.
All right, Rob?
I'm just going to have to sign on with BC with the San Diego Comic-Con.
So clearly we need to go do more road trips.
That was just the best fucking trip ever. And it was a real big learning experience for me. And I know exactly how to go about it next year. I'm pressed. I'm going to be up front. I don't need one of these seats. Get out my way.
That was the best moment. That was the best moment when I'm trying to find Rob to let him know to go to the press pit for all the TV stuff. And clearly I'll find Rob in this auditorium of people. And I hunted for like five minutes. I was like, this is not going to work. Plus he's black and it's dark in this room. And I'm leaving. I have given up.
I'm looking through the viewfinder for the camera, and I see a Jason-shaped silhouette just go, Jason!
And you know what? In the back of my mind, I was actually, Rob has a better chance of seeing me than I have of seeing him. And that is exactly what happened. And I see him, and he's like, what? I'm like, what are you doing over here? Get up there! And he's like, oh. Like, you don't yell at Rob without Rob yelling back at you? And this time, Rob went, up there? Like, I've never seen Rob move this fast. When he was pushing people out the chair. Get the fuck out the way.
This girl sitting next to me said, if you can touch Stephen Amell, do it. And lo and behold, Stephen Amell passed like a foot in front of me.
I love all the footage of Stephen Amell doing that. You're right there. So,
dude, I took a screenshot of that picture, and that's my freaking wallpaper for my computer.
look, I was this close to Stephen Amell. So there were some good times I enjoyed, especially the Bat in the Sun panel. Probably one of them.
Yeah.
As far as like not like the biggest panels, but God, we had so much fun in those.
And I don't hate him.
I know you're telling in front of
I
this
finally got into Hall H, so that was dope.
No, we got into Hall H right up front too.
Oh.
I got us into Hall H.
He got in the Hall H and probably got one of the best pictures from SDCC.
The one with Ruffalo and
All the
Hemsworth
guys.
and
I still love
Black Panther.
when Momoa is leaving the stage, and because he's island, I just go like that, and you look like, wait, what? Because Momoa sees me and he's like, oh hey, what's up? And BC guy looks like, what the? I was like, I said island shit. That was a good time, especially when we figured stuff out. We figured it out as a team, guy. When BC went out in the chat like, I'm in Hall H.
I love how I was like, we figured it out as a team. BC got in the chat and said, I'm in Hall H. Yeah, as a team.
Such a team.
Hey guys, I'm going to try and get into Hall H. Just forget about Hall H. You don't need to be in there.
I didn't say
I'm
forget
in.
about it.
I'm on my way. That's what both y'all said.
Well, yeah, because it was hard, but then it got easier. So of course now we want to do it.
Of course, you don't want to put in work. It's
true.
But it's been a
Neither
great
did
year.
you. You
been a
were
great
there,
year.
they were like, oh hi, come on in.
I tried to sleep in line.
And
Remember? I spent money to get
Karma.
up there so I can sleep in line. We are well over.
Yeah, we are well over.
anyway,
BC
well,
went
this
out,
is it.
came right back. Was like, fuck that line.
I got there and they had already given out all the thing. I'm like, you're not getting in.
Well,
I want the screen cap for this to have everybody in it. So if Cora
sure.
could just
Well,
step
no,
over.
well, my favorite moment because I didn't say anything, but actually, you know what? You don't want to hear it, so we'll just go ahead and end.
Okay, so,
I want to hear it.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I even got the camera on you.
Oh, great, cool. My favorite moment was all the times that I wasn't here, because it has nothing to do with you guys here.
obviously, because he doesn't have to deal with the audience.
It's
He
the
hates it.
entire time I had to deal with the damn audience, because that's true. I hate every single one of you. Every single bit.
Good night, sweet prince.
Oh, well.
Well, that's
And
it for the
with that-
season. He's going to the max sleep.
You think I was bad about burying him last year?
You could just. Can we drop him on the floor? What are we gonna do with him?
Yeah, it's just tile. It's just tile.
Okay.
There we go. Just put him down there. All right.
So you
Alright,
can
so
find
here's
me
that
on all
picture.
social media at RealJackassBC,
That's evidence.
RealJackassBC, as well as my podcast. It is what it is every single Thursday on Cinelinks. And this weekend, there's going to be a brand new episode of Go Home. We're talking WWE Survivor Series. Hell yeah!
While we're on the break, I'm going to be doing vlogs on the channel. I'm bringing those back. I've already started up a couple. So follow SCNS Live on YouTube. So
And Matt's not alive anymore. But
no,
you
you
still
can
want
follow
to.
He's alive.
Oh.
He's just
fine.
sleeping.
Well, when he comes to, you can follow him at Move the Joystick.
he has to
and
wake
you
up
can
to
also
pee.
follow us at Cinelinks UGF.
And you can follow me, Rob Entropy, on Channel Control TV on the YouTubes and Channel Control on Twitter.
Cora, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Korodono, Korodono. I try to post new art every day. You can also find me on Twitter at Hawks Perch. I'm also going to be opening a special Twitter just for art, and I'm also going to be talking about some acrylic charms for some awesome video games.
Oh, and just follow me at Jason the X. I don't at Jason the X on Twitter and.
I'm gonna start me a brand new Twitter too, just for porn.
So anyway, from all of us, and that guy over there, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He's sleeping. Look at how peaceful.
We're good.
he
Let's
is.
go ahead and.
Cute little baby.
I know, right? Wait till he wakes up this year. There she is. So anyway, guys, we'll see you after the new year. Keep on nerding.
There's no one to stop the camera.
Yeah, there's no one to stop the camera. Okay,
Really?
Cora, go stop the camera.
Cora, go stop the
I don't
camera.
wanna. Okay.
I don't want to go.
Do I just click
It's a
end?
long outro.
Do I click end?
Oh, Jason, go.
Jason, go stop it.
What do I do? What do I click?
I'm not coming back.
This is so bad.
I'm
So
retired.
keep on nerding.
That's
Y'all,
I did.
peace.